satisfied now?
Yeah. That sounded great, Taku. I think we're gonna go with that one.
Are you serious? You're going to go with that when you could have... Now that's how a professional does it.
Yeah, right. We'll talk about that later.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Previously on Vision Quest.
Do you know what kind of power he had? How much respect he held? And he threw it all away. For what?
Vanished? Yes, well, that little incident has been resolved.
What happened was your own fault. What you did was unforgivable.
We have to go. You have to fly as fast as you can back to the cave. Swoop, he needs to know. He needs to know right now.
I don't want to tell him. Oh, he's gonna get all mad. And I don't like it when he's mad.
One thing I can't figure out is why you distracted Poof. Sounds like a rotten trick to me. You needed to get her alone. But why?
How dare you accuse me of disloyalty? What happened was a disaster for the clan. For everyone.
If I was in your place, I'd get a little closer. Close enough to see what's really going on at least. And if things got out of hand and she really did need help, you'd be right there.
And what if she spots us? That's a direct violation of her orders.
Those are hunters. The best of the best. If they snip ya, you're done.
And what are you going to do with that? Throw it at me?
No, I'm gonna jam it into my head. I'm guessing it'll do quite a bit of damage, and considering your princess wants her dreamer in good condition, I'd say that's gonna be a pretty big failure on your part.
You dreamers never did understand what's really going on. And your behavior does nothing to reassure me that anything about that is going to change.
Go on, Poof. You know what to do. Help the others. I'll take care of this.
Jinx, no!
You'd be wise to retrieve your friend before he does something unintelligent.
You have no idea how difficult that's gonna be. He's an expert at unintelligent.
And now, the adventure continues on Vision Quest.
Hey, Mermaids, over here! Come on, I got a tasty snack for you right down here. Big old lump of tasty coyote. Just come on, come and get me.
What in the spirit's chaos is that fool doing?
Just chase us a little.
He's gonna get himself killed. Then he's gonna get me killed. And if that happens, I'm going to have to kill him.
All you gotta do is catch me. Come on, you devil snout.
Are you crazy? What rogue brain cell decided it was a good idea to antagonize a group of royal hunters whom, by the way, are twice your size?
Get off of me, Fez!
Don't you realize how dangerous this is? Hunters are seasoned killers. I'm pretty sure I explained all of this a few minutes ago. Were you even paying attention? You'll be slaughtered. Just count yourself lucky they didn't hear you.
I know what hunters are capable of, Vez. Why do you think I was trying to lure them away from the cave? If you think I have no chance against them, what chance will Poof and Allie have? We have to help them.
We can't help them if we're dead, Jinx. We're seriously outnumbered here, and even if we did manage to lure some away, we're not going to lure them all.
Ugh. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
That's exactly what we're going to do. At least for the moment. Running in there blind is going to get us killed. Howling and growling to draw them away is also going to get us killed. As it stands, we actually have an advantage here. So, we need to do this quietly.
Vez, doing it quietly takes time. And they don't have any left. I've already seen 2 hunters enter the cave. And if we don't act now, our friends are gonna be dinner.
Will you relax? Princess Vespa doesn't lead hunters on dinner runs. She's looking for something. Or someone. Hunters are pretty methodical when they scout. And with the size of that cave, they'll be in there for hours, maybe even longer. We've got plenty of time to follow my plan. You just let me do the thinking, and everything's gonna work out.
Somehow, I don't think it will this time, Vez. Look.
This doesn't change anything. They may have found Allie, but they haven't found Poof. So for now, that's what we focus on. We do this quickly, quietly, and my way. Understood? We're going to get them back. Trust me.
When I bring you in front of the princess, you will bow and show respect. You will not speak until you are spoken to, and you will always refer to her as princess. Is that clear?
Yeah, I got it. Grovel, beg, cower, and pander. I'm pretty familiar with the concept because that seems to be the way everything works around here.
I see you have a sharp little tongue to go with that sharp little mind. Follow my lead, and you're going to fit right in here. Welcome to Cessnock. Princess, I am pleased to report that we have found a dreamer. It wasn't easy, but with my superior leadership and 2 of my best hunters...
Yes. Bring her forward.
Okay.
All hail the princess, etc., etc., etc.
I do believe you've brought me the right one, Minx. Dreamers are renowned for their sarcasm and rudeness.
My apologies, Princess. Perhaps she doesn't understand what will happen if she doesn't cooperate.
Now, Minx. There's no need to scare our precious little dreamer. We've just met. Why don't we start this again? I am Princess Vespa, but Princess will suffice. And what shall I call you?
My name is Allie. Princess.
Excellent! Now that the introductions are out of the way, we can get to other matters. I have big plans for you, Allie, and I expect your full cooperation to make these plans a success. Is that understood?
Yay! Sounds like a blast. Yes, Princess.
Good. I can see we're all going to get along well. Speaking of getting along, I'd like to introduce you to a new friend. You may even know him, seeing as he's one of your kind. Zeph! Come here!
That's it. I'm dead.
Shh! There's no way she knows we're here. It's a test.
I know you're there, Zeph. You'd better come out now while I'm still in a forgiving mood. And bring that weak-minded fool with you as well.
See? I knew I was gonna regret this. I don't understand. How could she know that? We were so quiet, so careful.
And so dumb. If you want to hide, you should have done it downwind. I'm disappointed in you, Falcor.
Thanks! I'm gonna...
Zeph, come here. This is the last time I'm going to ask.
Your move, Snugglepaw.
There we go. You'll have to forgive my dreamer. Sometimes he can be a bit of a nuisance. Much like my personal guard, but I'll deal with that later. Zeph, this is Allie.
Hi.
Yeah, ditto.
What? Is that all you have to say to each other? I, Princess Vespa, against all odds, fulfill the first steps of the prophecy by bringing 2 dreamers together in one place? And all you have to say to each other is hi and ditto? This isn't how I imagined it at all. No matter. I will push on with my plans. Nothing will stop me now. Nothing.
Listen, Princess, I don't want to sound rude here, but ever since I landed in this fairy tale land, I've been abandoned, lost, abused, hunted, shot through a wormhole, poisoned, threatened, kicked. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Why you've invested so much time and energy trying to capture me, who this skunk is, or what the hell you want from me.
I want you to mate with my dreamer, dear.
What?
Together, you will produce the prophecy that will set us all free.
You want me to? With the skunk? Right out here in the open? You don't even... That's not gonna happen.
Oh. It's gonna happen. You know, I was trying to be nice. But I see the only thing you dreamers respond to is anger and threats. So, if that's what you want, then I'll be more than happy to oblige. Minx, restrain our precious dreamer. When we get back to Cessnock, you may have the privilege of introducing her to the pit.
What?
You'll come to understand my kindness has a limit. Next time, I suggest you take it when it's offered. Falcor,
Well done, dreamer. I think you've broken the record for shortest conversation resulting in a pit experience. I wouldn't worry too much about it, though. We've all been there once or twice. Or longer.
If she thinks torturing me is going to change my attitude in any way, then she's sorely mistaken. Throwing me in a pit isn't going to suddenly make me head over heels in love with a skunk.
Perhaps not suddenly, but then again, solitude has a way of changing your mindset. It gives you a chance to ponder life and your place in it. You would suddenly begin to think about all the mistakes you've made, all the conditions that led up to those mistakes, and all the possible ways that you can take revenge on those conditions. Very satisfying.
Yeah, sounds like you've spent a lot of time there.
You have no idea. But I think you'll have less solitude than I ever did.
This has got to be a nightmare. I think I'd like to wake up now.
You better wake up, because if you continue to defy the princess like that, you're going to find out what nightmares really are.
Are you serious? There's no possible scenario in existence that's ever going to get me to mate with a skunk. None. Zero. Zip. I'm only 15 for crying out loud, and I don't know about this wonderland, but where I come from, that's illegal and just plain wrong on so many levels. Would you?
This isn't about me. It's about you. But just so we're clear, I don't care what you do. Mate? Don't mate. It makes no difference to me. Unless you want my help, of course. And if you do, you'll need to stay on their good side and play the long game.
Play the long game? What does that even mean? This isn't a chess match, it's a freak show.
That's where you're wrong. It is a chess match. And if you want to survive, you'd better stop thinking like a pawn, or you're going to find yourself taken off the board. You're not in your precious dreamer realm anymore. You're here, and the rules have changed. Or isn't your current form enough to convince you of that?
Wait, how do you even know what a chess match is? Nobody else seems to know what I'm talking about half the time. What makes you so different?
You dreamers really have no clue what's going on. Do you?
Is that some kind of tagline for anyone who hates dreamers? Because I've heard it before.
Then I guess it must be true then. You're not the only dreamer I had dealings with. I once had my own.
You're a chosen one? Lucky you.
No! Not lucky me! He just about drove me mad! His soul was depressing and toxic, and every time I counseled him, it was a battle for my own sanity. And no matter what I did or what I said, he just wouldn't listen. So I told him what he wanted to hear, and let him go.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's probably for the best. You can't help somebody who doesn't want help, right?
Yes. So the question remains. Do you want my help, Ali?
It doesn't seem like I've got a lot of options at this point. So I'll take what I can get. Just remember our arrangement.
Oh, don't worry about that, little dreamer. I'll never forget about that.
Over here, dear. We'll be quite safe behind these rocks.
Are you sure?
Of course we will. Even the Chadois doesn't know about this place. And he lives here.
Well, if you think so... Wow! What is that?
What is what?
That crystal rock thingy! I've never seen anything like it before. It's really pretty.
Oh, it's not really that special. It's just a picture I made.
A picture? What's a picture?
Well, it's kind of like a memory, or a story that someone wants to save. It's more of a dreamer concept, but it's not that important.
If it's not important, then why did you make it?
Well, I mean, it's important, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not that important right now.
You're not making any sense.
No, I don't suppose I am. This is a picture of a memory that I wanted to keep. Something that reminds me of why I'm here and why I keep fighting to make things better.
You get all of that from this picture? Cool! But the colors don't really match. You don't look like that.
Oh, no, dear, this isn't a picture of me. It's a picture of my mate.
You have a mate? Oh, can I meet him?
Sorry, dear, that's not possible. He left a long time ago. That's why I made the picture of him. So I can remember.
Aw, that's sad. I bet you miss him a lot. When is he coming back?
If you would have asked me years ago, I would have been more optimistic. Now Poof, I don't think I'll ever see him again.
Why? What happened?
It's a long story, dear, and I don't think you'd understand anyway. Wouldn't you rather talk about something else? Why don't we play a game instead?
I'm not a dummy, you know. I know a lot of things. Just because I don't know what a picture is, doesn't mean I don't understand things. If you don't want to talk about it, then just tell me you don't want to talk about it. You don't have to continually treat me like a baby. I'm not a baby.
All right. I guess it's about time you learned about the world you're living in, and it appears we have the time. So here goes nothing. Once, the skies were filled with my kind. They used to call us Realmweavers. We were solely responsible for creating the links between our world and the Dreamer realm.
Whoa! You can create portals and speak to dreamers? That's so cool!
We can indeed, but we couldn't do it alone, at least not individually. It would take at least 50 Realmweavers just to create a link big enough for an animal your size. Many more for something larger. These brave animals who traversed the links were called Chosen Ones, and they bonded with the dreamer who needed them. But since I'm the last one, all I can create are strands no bigger than a small stone.
Oh! I'm a chosen one too, but my dreamer came here instead.
Yes, we still need to talk about that. Anyway, these animals had to pass rigorous tests just to earn the name of Chosen One. And only the Light Guild could ever grant the privilege to travel that path, because it was such a perilous journey, and even with these strict rules, many were still drawn into madness.
Huh. I've never heard of this Light Guild. Even my mother never talked about it, and she's a lot older than I am.
That's because it isn't called that anymore. Not since I left. Now it's just called the Guild. Controlled by greed and ignorance and hate.
Ugh, that sounds like an awful place. I'm glad I don't have to go there to be tested.
It didn't used to be. It slowly started to decay after the birth of Princess Darla and her sister Vespa. But it finally crumbled to dust soon after the death of King Thorn. There was nothing we could do to save it.
So you and the other Realmweavers were in charge of the Light Guild?
Well, not exactly. There were many members of the Light Guild, I was just a representative, much like the king's closest friend, who actually founded the Light Guild. But after the tragedy, Princess Darla took the throne as her own and put sole blame for her father's death on the Light Guild and the founder, banishing him from Cessnock forever.
Well, that sucks a big one.
Oh my! I see Allie's been expanding your vocabulary with some new dreamer terms?
Yeah, I know a lot more too.
Yes, I'm sure you do. But let's get back to the story. After that, Cessnock descended into chaos, and one by one, the alliances that were forged by peace erupted into war against one another. Even the mighty Claw is only a shell of what it once was. But I doubt you've ever heard of them.
Not really, but maybe Fez knows about them. She looks old enough to remember. So, what happened to the Realmweavers? Where did they all go?
Well, that's where our hero enters the story. We were trying to rebuild something from the ashes when we were suddenly attacked by forces that greatly outnumbered us. But our hero was brave and true. Even when things seemed bleak and there was no way to win, he never flinched. He sacrificed his own safety to protect his friends.
That must have been your mate, right? I bet he fought 10 or 20 at a time.
Well, no, not exactly. But he was a great hero as well, just in a different way. My mate led the remaining Realmweavers to the safety of the Dreamer world. I stayed behind with 50 of our best warriors to keep the link open as long as we could. Our founder fought by our side until he was badly injured and couldn't fight anymore. I'd like to think that they made it there safely.
So, where's the other Weavers? The ones who stayed behind? And what happened to the hero?
They're dead, Poof. Killed by the misguided minions of an insane monarchy. And our hero became frail and broken with the guilt of a battle he couldn't win. Now drives himself mad, endlessly, determined to change the outcome of a decision that can never be changed.
Wow, that's not a very happy story, Ember.
I never said it was going to be a happy story. Just a long one. This is your world now, Poof. And for that, I'm truly sorry. We tried to fix it. We really tried. Enough stories for now. I think we should focus on the here and now. I need to do a little scouting myself, so stay here and keep out of sight. I have a pile of unused crystals around here somewhere. Why don't you make your own picture? I won't be long, okay?
Okay, Ember. I'm gonna make the best picture ever. So, if I put this here, and this goes over here... Huh? I wonder what that was. I better go and see. Maybe Ember needs some help.
Somebody keeps making that hole smaller. Or maybe I'm just getting fatter. Nope, somebody's definitely making it smaller. Well, they'll have to do a lot better than that if they think that they can keep me away from my stash. After all, I am the best hoarder around here, and the best at hiding it. And not too shabby in the beautification department either. Which is why I totally need a snack right now. Yep. Gotta get up pretty early in the morning to get Swoop off guard.
Hello, Swoop.
This isn't mine. I just found it, and I was gonna show you.
Wait a minute? Who are you, and how did you know my name?
You just said your name was Swoop before I caught you off guard, silly.
Are you some kind of spy or something? I've never seen you around here before. How did you get in here? What do you want? I'll never bend to your evil will. I'll fight you to the death if that's what it takes to defend my almighty stash. Let's go. Bring it, evil bunny.
Whoa there, evil bunny? Look, I'm not here to fight you, or take your food either. I thought somebody needed help, so I came to see. All I wanted to do was make a friend, but it seems you don't want any friends, so I'll just leave you be, and you can stop your beak and get fatter. Then we'll see if you get through that hole next time without help.
Ah, so you're the one who's making the hole smaller, eh? I knew it. I would have guessed the rats myself. Those little buggers harass everyone. But now we have to worry about the little rabbits too? This is a disaster on every level. The next thing you'll know, it'll be the fish who revolt. What is this realm coming to?
You're crazy, you know that? And for the 100th time, my name isn't Little Rabbit.
All right, then let's consider for a moment that your name isn't Little Rabbit. And let's also consider that you did, in fact, wander over here with the intentions of helping. None of that explains why you're here in the first place. This is the private property of the Shad Panther. Well, not this particular spot per se. As you can see, this part over here is mine. So imagine a little line on the ground right here. And this side is mine, and this side is not yours. Which brings me to the question of the greatest importance of this moment. What is your name? And why are you here?
Well, you probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway, but my friends call me Poof.
They seriously call you Poop? You better get some new friends. I don't think they like you very much if they call you Poop. Then again, I knew a gull named that once, really skilled in the craft, you know? Everyone called him Poop the Avenger, but I just called him Deadeye, mostly because he only had one eye. But he was still pretty good at his aim. Pretty good at stealing my stash too, which is why I pecked out his eye. So be warned.
My name isn't Poop, it's Poof. Poof.
Don't bother, Poof. No matter what you say or how you say it, she'll never get it right. Now what's this all about anyway?
Oh, Tinder. I was just sitting here talking.
See what I mean? And I've known her for years.
Boop and I go back. It's just, I was just.
You get used to it after a while.
This isn't mine. I found it here and I have no idea who it belongs to. Maybe it belongs to Poop here, but regardless of the true owner, it's a good thing that I did find it, because I'm sure everyone's pretty hungry. Right?
You know this isn't mine. You just said it was your stash.
Likely story. Lies, all lies. You can see it in her eyes. It's always in the eye.
Calm down, Swoop. You already know this belongs to you. Who do you think continues to hide it from the Shadwa? Nobody's gonna take it away from you. We all need some guilty pleasures in these troubling times. However, your manners need a little work. This is not how we welcome guests. You know you were treated with kindness and respect when you arrived, and I expect you to offer the same to her.
But she could be a spy from the Dark One.
She's not a spy, and what are you talking about?
She's back, and she's turned another one. I saw the Dark One, the one who hides her eyes behind the mask, and I'm on a mission to tell the Shad Panther. Dunk said he needed to know.
Oh, but now that you know, I don't have to tell him. You can, and he'll get angry at you instead of me. Whew, that's a load of the old noggin. You gotta get rid of that stress, you know. Then you can focus on other things, like hoarding.
Then it's true after all. You just can't seem to catch a break.
I could probably catch one if you really want. Maybe there's one here in my stash. Let me look.
I don't think that's what she meant, Swoop.
It's alright, Poof. Let her look. If anyone's managed to catch a break in this world, it's her. Who knows? She might just find one.
Well now, will somebody explain to me why my orders were completely ignored? And now I find my scheming dreamer and empty-headed guard standing before me, when they are both supposed to be at the slide site, protecting the reserve hive and our only way home.
Because you called us out here?
Ugh, it was my fault. Totally my fault. I was so bored sitting there, and I never get a chance to leave Cessnock, but Falkor watched me like a hawk. Total strict adherence to your orders, and every time I made an attempt to explore the area, he blocked the way. It was truly astounding. Falkor was everywhere. Every direction I went, another Falkor would pop out and block the way. But ultimately, all I really wanted to do is make sure you were safe, Princess. I missed you so much. Finally, the longing grew too much for me, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I spooked a few of the bees, which forced Falkor to give chase and regroup them. But he's obviously some kind of super guard, because he managed to regroup the hive and still capture me before I hurt myself. I guess knowing Falkor is your personal guard really puts my mind at ease. He's certainly the best one for the job.
Oh, that's such a cute and touching statement. You really know how to spin a story, my love. Is this true, Falkor?
You see, some of it is kind of... No, none of it is true. I've disobeyed your orders to make sure you were safe, my princess.
Just as I thought. I give orders for a reason, Falkor, and I expect them to be obeyed. I put you in charge of keeping my dreamer safe and out of harm's way because you're the only one I trust. And now that trust has come into question once again. I've already told you that I'm quite capable of defending myself. How could you even think my safety would be in question? I'm surrounded by hunters.
Well, I may have had a little something to do with that.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Now you've both put our operation at risk. Don't you realize how important this is to our survival? I've finally accomplished what nobody could do. And soon, with your help, we'll fulfill the prophecy that will help us live forever.
It won't work, Vespa. It's nothing but a fantasy story, told to younglings to put hope into an otherwise dismal existence. Nothing but lies.
You're really...
Yes, Zeph. Contrary to popular belief, I am indeed alive. Broken, banished, but apparently not forgotten, which is quite unfortunate. You were always the stubborn one, Vespa. I think that's why I liked you the best.
You will refer to me as Princess, and nothing else.
Yes, of course, Princess. What is thy bidding now? Would you like me to bring a more suitable dreamer? Or maybe you desire a love potion. May I suggest a moonberry brew? I hear it works miracles, which is what you're going to need.
I grow tired of your insolence, Archon, and I'm done wasting my valuable time on you. I will deal with you later. Drag this filth out of my sight.
Wait!
Zeph, move away from him immediately. He's dangerous.
No! I need to know. You're responsible for this? Responsible for me? Responsible for bringing Allie? This is all some kind of twisted plan based on a fairy tale?
Yes, Zeph. I'm responsible for all of it. Didn't your beloved chosen one fill you in? I'm responsible for the dismal life conditions that everyone now has to endure. I'm responsible for the collapse of hope and the creation of chaos. I'm responsible for you, for her, for everything. Everything but the death of my greatest friend and ally, King Thorn. Unfortunately, he was responsible for that, and there was nothing I could do to prevent it.
Enough! I'll hear no more of this. Falcor, follow your orders for once and protect my dreamer, or I will find somebody else who will.
Of course, Princess. Consider him safe.
That remains to be seen. Now, return to the extraction point with Zeph and supervise the hive. If anything happens to them, we lose our portal home. And trust me when I say, if I have to walk back to Cessnock, I'm going to have a lot of time to think of ways to make you suffer for your disobedience, Falcor.
Yes, Princess. I knew this was a mistake. And so did you. I should have never trusted you.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I won't give you any more trouble, buddy. Lead on.
Minx?
Yes, Princess?
Escort these two back to the slide site and make sure they arrive with haste. And while you're at it, take our new dreamer with you. Maybe the long walk will enlighten her perception of reality.
Of course, Princess. It's my honor to serve the House of Thorn.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Racer, Nico, with me.
Search the perimeter one last time. I don't want any stragglers following us back to the extraction point. You two, assist this useless creature to his feet. I have additional plans for him. Make haste, children, or we leave without you.
Did you hear that, Jinx? That's our angle. And another stunning example of why I'm considered the brains here.
I don't see how this helps us, Vez. Poof and Ember are still vulnerable in the cave. Vespa's doing another search, and now Allie's being guarded by 4 hunters and a skunk.
Did you even listen to what was said? Vespa ordered a perimeter search. They won't go in the cave this time. It takes too long, and nobody wants to get left behind. So as long as they don't come out, they're safe. As for Allie, all we need to do is delay their departure. I know a shortcut back to the slide site. We spook the bees, and they won't be going anywhere, which gives us more time to figure out a better way of getting Allie free.
And what about that healer?
What healer? Why do you keep saying that?
Him, Vez. The one that's being dragged away like a rotten carcass. Or perhaps I'm not referring to him correctly. Maybe you'd understand him if I called him the Shadwa. But for the life of me, I really wouldn't know why, since you continue to insist that the Shadwa is dead.
Listen, Jinx. There's more to it than that. I didn't have a choice. I was wrong not to tell you, but it was necessary to keep you safe. I'm sorry, buddy, but if you had known the truth, then everyone you came into contact with would have known it too. And I gave my word that his secret would be safe.
You really think that little of me?
Quite the opposite. I think the world of you, and I just don't want you to get hurt because of a stupid mistake I made when I was younger.
But you're not my mother, Fez. She was killed a long time ago, so I wish you would stop treating me like you are. You're supposed to be my friend, and friends trust each other. I can't take these lies anymore. When are you gonna finally start trusting me?
Alright. If you want the truth, then I suppose you should hear it from the one responsible for it. I knew your mother, Jinx. I apprenticed under her. She had the glorious challenge to turn an impulsive and stubborn young coyote into something more disciplined. One day we were sent out on a difficult scouting mission. She pleaded with Darla that I wasn't ready for a mission of such importance, but I insisted I was, and Darla agreed. We weren't even out there for more than a day before everything fell apart. I was so impatient with the slow progress of the mission, I ended up blowing our cover. When they attacked us, your mother charged in and drew them away, while I ran off in terror. I found your mother a few hours later, barely alive. I begged forgiveness, and all she said was this: "Promise me you'll protect my little one from harm, and you shall have it." I'm so sorry, Jinx. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Huh. You really do think I'm stupid, don't you? Oh, I knew that a long time ago, Fez. You're so wrapped up in your own head that you totally ignore the obvious. So worried that I'll be the weak link that you totally overlook yourself. I knew the day that it happened.
You knew? And you kept it to yourself all this time?
Of course I knew. And I never blamed you for it either. It was her decision. And I'm proud to know that my mother was brave enough to think of someone else before herself. Now, will you kindly stop being a mother and start being my friend? We need to fix this, Fez. And I don't think your plan's gonna work this time.
Alright then, what do you suggest?
Allies. You were right when you said we're outnumbered. There's no way we can rescue Allie right now, but I do think spooking the bees is a good idea. We should split up. I could do that while you liberate Poof and Ember. That'll give us more help to rescue the others. We need all the help we can get at this point.
Fair enough. Sounds solid. We'll meet back here when all is said and done. I'm glad I finally told you, though. It's a big weight off my soul.
Yeah, mine too. Go get our allies, Fez. We're gonna need them.
Yes, you're right, Jinx. Allies are the key to success. But I think you're going to need a lot more than you currently have. And I think with your current situation, you'll agree to just about anything to get them. And that's where I come in.
What is up, my dog? Alright, let me get this done for you.
Okay, so here we go. Time for Minx to make a return. You suddenly begin to think all... Oh god.
Will you relax? Princess Vespa doesn't lead hunters on diner runs. Diner runs? They probably don't have diners in this world. Princess Vespa doesn't lead hunters on diner runs. I said diner runs again.
You dreamers never did understand what's really going on. So pathetic.
Oh, Tinder! I was just unaware that you were going to grace us in this moment.
Trying to get a bing laugh going.
Hello there! What was that?
Just as I thought. I give orders for a reason, Falcor, and I expect a...
What? You want me with her? Can we at least go out on a date first?
Damn, you kind of rating Allie to be a little more aggressive.
Okay, I didn't see this coming.
But everything is top of the mountain of poop. Not up the mountain.
God, this bird is crazy.
Oh my god.
It's always the eyes.
Have a visit with us. So here we are on the Tinder Mountain swiping on all of the poop.
Sounds like an awful place. I'm sure glad I don't have to go there to be just poop.
I think you love Lassa little la la la.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna grovel and beg. You got it, buddy.
We all know how much you like to fall over him. That's what you... blah, 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 blah.
And then another, and then I said that really weird.
You're not making any sense, you know? If you don't want to talk about it, then just tell me. You don't want to talk about it.
If you want to survive, you better start thinking like a pawn. God damn it.
No. Well, that sucks a big one.
I'm so immature.